Welcome to International English Language Testing System IELTS Speaking Test. Test Center, British Language Club and IELTS Center, Kazla Mutiara, Rajshahi. Test date 15 November 2022. Examiner Mushfiqur Rahman and candidate is Okay. Let's get started. Good evening.
Good evening.
Please tell me your full name, your candidate ID number, and let me see your passport, please.
Okay. My name is Ahmad. It spells AHNAFTAHMID. My nickname is Abir. It spells ABIR. I have graduated from Rajshahi University. My discipline was Tripoli. My candidate number is 127965. Here is my passport.
Okay. Where do you come from and where do you live?
My home district is Jamalpur. It's situated in the southeast part of Bangladesh. It's not a big city. It is situated on the bank of the river Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra is the longest river of Bangladesh. Now I am living in Rajshahi division because I have graduated from here and I am attending the coaching of IELTS. That's why I have to stay here.
Okay. Tell about your educational qualifications and why are you taking IELTS?
I have passed my SSC in the year of 2014 from Jamalpur Jila School. It is established in 1881. I have passed my HSC exam in the year of 2016 from Jamalpur Government Ashik Mahmud College. It is one of the oldest colleges of my city. After completing my HSC, I have admitted myself in Rajshahi University on the discipline of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. I have passed my BSc with a CGPA of 3.68 from this discipline in the year of 2022. Now I want to admit myself in some prestigious university for my post-graduation. I think that our education is not sufficient. It can give me which I want. That's why I am taking my IELTS.
Okay. Describe your hometown, please.
Part 1.
Yes, part 1.
I am a boy from Jamalpur. My hometown is not urban or rural, it's a suburban area. It's situated on the bank of Brahmaputra river. It's the oldest city. It's famous for the jute mill which called Adamji jute mill, but it's not available here because the supply of jute is not so on. Besides, it has some parks, 2 government school, 2 government college, a medical college and a public university. The medical college is established in the year of 2017. It's called Sheikh Fazilatunisa Medical College. At the same time, the public university is also established in the year of 2017 and it's called Sheikh Hasina University. But I am unlucky that I can't admit myself in there because I have already admitted myself in Rajshahi University. There are some markets in my hometown. It's called Kothapuri market. Almost everything is available in that market. Besides, it's a natural area. There are some hills, some tourist spot in my hometown. So we can welcome anybody to our city.
Okay. That is the end of your part 1. For part 2, you will get your cue card and a piece of paper and a pencil. You have to talk about 2 minutes. Please start.
I would like to tell about a monument which is called the Shahid Minar. It is situated in Rajshahi University campus. It is one of the oldest monument of Rajshahi University. If anybody want to go there, he first got down in the front of the main gate, then he have to run for 2 minutes toward the Joha Chattar. Then he should turn left to get the Shahid Minar main gate. The main gate was really pleasant. There are so many flowers with admonished which decorated the main gate of the Shahid Minar. If I tell about the construction, its height is approximately 10 meters with a width of 50 meters. The Shahid Minar is really a historical place because almost 100 people have died for their mother tongue in the year of 1952, and for their to appreciate their contribution, the Shahid Minar has established there are 4 pillars which support the Shahid Minar. The pillars are the symbol of unity. Besides, it's an important monument for me because I have get a memorable day on this Shahid Minar. It was in the year of 2017 when I have first gone there. I was with my 2 friends whose name is Joy and Habib. They are very friendly with me. So on that day, we have gone there and we are really immersed with this monument because I have never seen this kind of monument ever. On that day, we have seated on the monument. At the same time, it was the 21st February, so we have to give the flowers on the monument. We have chosen rose because the rose is the symbol of love. So we have given 3 roses on the stair of the monument. People are coming to show their respect to the martyrs on this monument. Besides, we have arranged some picnic on this area because it's a charming area with a flower gardens. There are many flowers on this garden. In conclusion, I have to say that this monument gives us pleasure. At the same time, it holds the history of our martyrs. That's why it's an important monument for our country.
Okay. That is the end of your part 2. In part 3, I will ask you some questions.
Okay.
What kind of monuments do tourists in our country enjoy visiting?
There are several monuments. The first thing is the monument of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. He is the father of our nations. That's why every people has some respect for his. Due to this respect, every people want to visit the monument of the fathers of your nations. Besides, his house is turned into a museum. In this house, we can easily see the goods which he has used, especially his clothes, his blanket, his pens, and so on. The other monument which are more popular was the monument of Shahid Bhashani. He is also a huge leader and admirable leader of our country. So people also give some respect to him because by holding his hands, our country, Bangladesh, have given the birth.
Okay. Why do you think there are often statues of famous people in public places?
There are several reasons. The first thing is the famous people have to be admired, and at the same time, people get some inspiration by seeing these monuments. So if it's situated in public areas, a vast amount of people can see these monuments. At the same time, there is a leaflet which describes their achievements. By reading these leaflets, people can inspire and they may involve themselves in this kind of work. Besides, secondly, they are who should respect himself. That's why to ensure a vast amount of people may respect them. That's why the monuments are situated in the public areas. And the last but not least is that the monuments are our achievement. So it should be shown on the vast amount of peoples. In conclusion, I have to say that it's wise thing to situate the monument of a famous people in public areas.
Okay. Do you agree that all monuments and buildings should be preserved?
I think the old monuments and the ancient buildings should be preserved because it's hold our history. For an example, I can tell about the National University campus. So it is not available here, but in the past it was available. So by visiting there, people can learn about the tradition of our past peoples. At the same time, it holds some feelings. So by preserving this, we can get the same feelings of the past. Besides, we can also be inspired by these monuments because it's our treasure. So the tourists can also be attracted by this treasure. In conclusion, I have to say that because it's have some notable advantage, that's why we have to preserve it.
Okay. Why is architecture such a popular subject in university?
Architecture, nowadays architecture has an important role because if we look at the city's monuments or multi-story buildings, all are made by the architectures. If the architectures are not available, there are no multi-story building. As Bangladesh is highly densely populated, that's why we have to build the multi-story building. And this kind of equipment is possible by the knowledge of the architecture. Besides, Bangladesh is a country of traffic. There are so many traffic in the road. So, because of the traffic, a vast amount of people have died in the previous years. To save their lives, a bridge have to be made. And the bridges are made by the architectures. There are some other advantages of the bridge. That is, if we think about the bridge of Bangabandhu Setu, we can see that in the past years, it is not possible to go from the middle of Bangladesh to the north of Bangladesh. But after building this bridge, it's easily available to go from middle to the north part of Bangladesh. That means the north part is now get the facilities which the middle part of Bangladesh got. Besides, a new bridge which called the Padda Bridge connects the south part of Bangladesh to the middle part. So the south part people also get the same advantages which the north people are getting. In conclusion, I have to say that there are several reasons behind this. That's it.
Okay. In what ways has the design of our homes changed in recent years?
In the present years, there are many changes are noticeable. The first thing is, in the past years, there are no multi-story buildings. The buildings are limited within 5 or 6 stores. But now, there are many multi-story buildings are available. We can see that the 20 to 30 story buildings are installed in past 10 years. So by installing this, we can ensure the accommodation of various peoples who comes from rural areas or who comes from the suburban areas. Besides, there are some other reasons. That is, in the past years, there are no design on the buildings. They are traditional, but in the present years, we can see that the architects have invented some designs to attract the peoples. By the design, people feel some amusement. Besides, there are also some tourist spots are invented, and as well as some park are installed, and by visiting this park, people get some fun. At the same time, it also attracts some tourists. So it's a trend also. In conclusion, I will say that the main noticeable thing is that the multi-story building. That is it.
To what extent does the design of building affect people's mood?
It is true that people's mood is really related with the designs of the buildings. If the buildings are traditional, then people feel shy to invite their guests. For an example, I can mention my house. It's really traditional and there are no designs here. So if any visitors come in my home, I have nothing to show there because it's so traditional. But if it's so designable, then it's easily attracts my visitors. So they may admire myself. So from this admiration, I may get some enjoyment. In this way, it's related to our feelings. Moreover, it also have some other advantages. That's it. The colors have some influence on our minds. It's true that the blue colors attract people's mind very well. So at the same time, the white colors is also a vulnerable color. But if we use the black colors, it absorbs the light. So because of the lack of emitted lights, it can't attack the people's mind. In this ways, it's the designs and the colors are related with our feelings.
Okay. That is the end of your part 3. Thank you.